If your church right now is running 35, typical barrier, maybe you're running 50, but you might say something like this. Imagine if we reached more people and grew to 75. We could actually start a student ministry. See, people can get a vision for that. Maybe people have seen their kids not go to church here in their student years. Now, I didn't learn about casting vision in seminary, and everyone who visits your church actually has a vision for your church, but I could share monthly what we're trying to do. You think about this, because you think, well, if we're sharing it again, Ed, if we do it monthly, it just seems so much, but you're casting a vision of getting outside of yourselves, of being on mission. But people already get it. Well, they don't. I'll give you an example that maybe you've experienced. I love worship leaders. I love worship pastors. Please don't misunderstand. But you sure do like new songs all the time. All the time. And you know why? Because for, many different reasons, but one reason is they can get tired of singing the same thing over and over again. And you're saying, but we hardly ever sing that song. But for them, they've sung it a dozen times before they show up to sing it on Sunday. They sang it when they practice. They maybe practice with some singers, some vocalists. They maybe practice with some instrumentalists. And so they practice it 10 times. So to that worship leader, it seems like, man, we've just been singing this song over and over. And you're like, no, just let us sing some songs we know. And what I would say is, when it comes to the vision, you may be practicing it over and over again, but your congregation needs to hear it regularly. So a vision for being on mission has to be shared, and it has to be shared over and over again. It isn't a church vision until it's not just your vision. Also, vision constantly tells people and reminds people where you intend to go. It reminds people regularly where you intend to go. And it really, key thing, right? It gives us something to rally around the flag. One of the things you may have heard someone say is that vision also leaks. So if you're gonna have the opportunity to communicate vision to people over and over again, it's gonna eventually set in and hopefully grow deep with them.